We are live. Okay, so I know it's kind of late. We had a little late night in the lab, but we just wanted to kind of get back to you guys and show you how things worked out and what our thoughts are on it and stuff like that. So let's start off with our starches, which are not here. Do we have them? Do we have them? Okay, so here you go. So yeah, so we'll explain what we did one more time real quick, and then we'll show you guys the results.
Okay, so we have a gum Arabic starch. The recipe I use is from 1863, showed up again in 1879, but I'm sure there's more variability there. I just haven't found the book for it yet.
Right.
What we did is, this starch is supposed to be really good for silk, and while I was wondering why you would even starch silk in the first place, Alicia had brought up pinking. So we kind of did a little bit of experimenting with some pieces of silk here to kind of see how they turned out. And
okay, so let's start off with number one. This is number one.
Okay.
This is what we did.
Number one. Okay, so this one I just dipped the whole end right in there. And while it's really stiff, you can see like definitely like when I crinkle it, the starched end has a lot of different, you know, it just handles differently than what the rest of it does. But you can also see that there's a nice line there.
Which wouldn't be bad if you're going to dip the whole thing. If you're dipping the whole thing, that's not bad. You just need a big vat. Also, as we were talking, I think we should point out that we were talking and she said the recipe for the gum Arabic said that you could dilute it to whatever you need it for. Yep. So we're using it at full strength. So I think that's something that should be pointed out too.
Yes. And I have read in various different things that if you got the whole piece wet and then starch the parts that you needed to, that you could get away from it leaving a mark if the whole thing was wet, and then only starch the parts that you needed to. Right. So this was kind of just an experiment in dipping it, okay?
Yeah. We just want to see like how firm everything was, how it would hold together, what color it would make the silk, if it would bleed, things like that. Okay, so this is number two.
Okay, so number two, I painted on with this beautiful brush. And I really like the texture of how this one turned out.
This is cool, you guys. So check this out. Like when you hold it up, look at that. It holds up straight. Like it's pretty awesome. So what we did after this dried, because we did notice obviously like there's a color difference, but if you dunk the whole thing in or you dilute it with water and then just put your starch on what you need, it would help with that. But what we did afterwards, maybe this will be better, is I did pink that edge after everything dried, and look at how crisp the pinking is. So if you don't mind sticking your whole piece of trim into the starch, it's pretty awesome.
Well, I think you would get, like, if you were, you know, doing, like, edging for cuffs or, like, the ruffle on, like, a Polonaise or something, I think it would give it nice body to have the whole
right, exactly.
Because, like, with this. Yeah.
Even if you would, I'm trying to, like, pleat it. Help me pleat it. Help me.
I think once you ironed these in, it's gonna hold that pleat really nice. Also, too.
What does it do after you take your hand off? Oh, look at the nice creases you get in there already. So, yeah, I mean, I think we're definitely on to something here. Look at that. That's really super impressive. Okay, so number three, what we did.
Number three, we pinked first, and then I painted it on over the pinking. And again, we have the line, which is not cool. But it holds like the edges of pinking first and pinking second, like it's holding the edges very similarly, and I really like how it is holding those edges for sure.
Yeah, if I would do it, because I would totally do this. The next gown I make, although I don't like really make tons of silk gowns, but I would, instead of pinking first and putting the stuff on, I would definitely do this. Number two, I would just dunk the whole thing in, let it dry, and then I would pink it, because I think they're a little bit crisper. And then we did one more thing.
Yes. We did this is another
so here's this.
This is another gum Arabic starch based one. But this one is a tinted one. And according to the recipe, which is 1896, yes. It is specifically for black lace. So we have a tissue over here that we did some painting on.
Right. We decided to try it on an antique tissue to see what would happen.
And I actually haven't pulled this up at all. So, typically what you do when you starch like lace or any kind of tatting or knitting or anything like that, you pin it down to help it kind of keep its body while it's laying flat and drying. So we didn't do the whole thing, but we did do the edge.
Oh man, that's so cool. Wow. I can feel there's quite a difference there. It looks so nice.
Can you see the difference in the drape at all versus what's...
Yeah, well, it doesn't crinkle. It doesn't fold as easily. It's really pretty. Oh my goodness. That's really cool. Man, I'm super excited about this. Because let me tell you guys, this is why I don't wear this often. I mean, it's black, so like I only have like one gown I'd wear it with anyway. But it's so hard to maintain with like ironing and stuff. And this starch just fixed all my problems that I've ever had. So this would lay beautifully on me now if I would starch the whole thing. So I think that's super awesome. Yay!
Success!
Oh, it's been a long day.
Well, yeah. So, this one turned out really nice. I'm happy. But the dilutions are different. So the one that's designed for the lace has a much lower starch ratio than the straight up stuff and the other.
Right.
Yeah, just a straight up gum arabic.
This is actually this straight up gum arabic starch is pretty darn thick. I don't know if you saw it while she was putting it on. Just check the other video out. But it's very, very thick. And again, we applied this at maximum strength. So
yes, typically the directions say that you can dilute it if necessary or if you want to. It's kind of up to you. And another idea I had, which we'll probably try out in the next run, is to kind of blot out that edge using just like plain like distilled water to kind of blend it a little bit.
Yeah.
So I might try that too. But yeah, dude, those pleats are pretty sweet.
That's
I'm
so
excited.
Cool. Oh my gosh. Just think of like the bustle gowns with like all the pleats and like it would be so beautiful and like okay. So I'm just rambling on. It's been a long day here. Anyway, we just wanted to let you guys know like how our experiment went. Again, I'm gonna repeat, like if I would do this pinking fabric for like an 18th century gown, first of all, don't use silk dupioni. Use like a silk taffeta or something. But I would totally dip my piece of material in the starch, let it dry, and then I would pink my edges. Look how crisp and clean that is. Amazing. Okay, so anything else you want to...
Yeah, check out my Etsy page, www.etsy, or...
There we go. Oh, wait, that's me!
www.meadowblossomgoods.etsy.com.
Yes.
None of the starches are actually up yet, but they are all this close. I just need
they're
to...
so close.
Yeah, I just need to figure out the last finishing touches of my packaging, and I'm waiting for a few things to come in the mail to do that. So...
Right.
We're almost there!
Yes, and
wait, in anticipation.
Demonstrations, right? There will be some demonstrations so we can like teach you guys how to use this stuff.
Yep, I do have a video that is kind of sitting on my iPad waiting for me to finish the actual starches. So,
awesome.
So all kinds of fun stuff in the works.
So I think that would be it. And thank you guys for joining in. Again, like we'll go over these things. These are the starches that Hannah's working on. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask her. You can check her out. She does have a Facebook business page or fan page. Yep. Meadow Blossom Goods and Etsy Meadow Blossom Goods. You can also respond to the video here and she'll check that too. And so, yes, Alina's really excited. She can't wait. Yay! That's really exciting. Okay, good night, you guys. Take care.